Hey everyone, welcome to Design Patterns. We're going to embark on this journey to demystify, I would say, a little bit of this interesting topic. So, design patterns. What are design patterns? Why were they created? Who created? What's the main purpose? The idea is to explore a little bit and hopefully get a better understanding of it. So, what are design patterns, you might ask? So here, I'm going to read a little bit, okay? Design patterns are proven solutions to recurring problems in software design. So most situations in software nowadays, we have seen them before, right? So if we think about a login system, most websites nowadays, they do have logins, right? So if you go on LinkedIn, Twitter, not Twitter anymore, Facebook, Instagram, they all have a login feature. What is common amongst those login features? Typically there's a username, a password, not even mentioning the creation of the account process. But logins are typically username being the email address and the password. Design patterns are not blueprints, but they are actually guidelines on how to structure and organize code to solve common design issues. Ooh, beautiful keywords. We can think of them as time-tested solutions that provide a shared vocabulary for developers to communicate about software architecture. So design patterns are not just best practices. Design patterns were made popular by the book. Design patterns were made popular by the Gang of Four book named Design Patterns: Elements of Reusable Object-Oriented Software. So this is a very important book in the industry, and it's often referred to as the Gang of Four book. Okay, so why use design patterns? We said what are those, but why do we use them? So we use object-oriented programming mostly because of code reuse, software maintenance. So design patterns wouldn't be different. Here we have reusable solutions. So they offer reusable and adaptable solutions to common software design problems. Again, software repeats itself within different systems. A logging feature, an inventory management. What are you managing? Inventory could be any type of items. Best practices. They encapsulate best practices for software development, promoting maintainability, scalability, and flexibility. So design patterns are mostly, I like to call it a philosophical discussion. We're going to structure our code a little bit better. We're going to organize and make our code more understandable, human readable. And based on the first slide, we're going to enable the communication within the industry a little bit better. That takes us to the next one, common vocabulary. So a shared vocabulary for developers, not only developers, I would like to say the IT industry. What are the types of design patterns we have? So we do have creational design patterns, which are focused on as the name say it, focus on the process of object creation. So how do we structure our code to enable object creation? Structural patterns, they address the composition of classes or objects and help define relationships. And that makes our system a little bit more robust and stable. So structural design patterns, think about relationships. Then we have behavioral design patterns. What do? They deal with the interaction and communication between objects for a more efficient and flexible system. So behavior talks about the messages, it talks about the data being communicated within the modules of your system or within the objects of your system. And that's our little introduction to design patterns. I hope you enjoy the rest of the course. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.